plain white. Mine has a
Well,
Harley thing on it.
today, I'll let you win. I'll let you win.
You let me win. I won.
Someone says, "Oh, AOC will be the biggest socialist." She already is the biggest socialist.
Say she's already there. You won't get much argument from us except she's already there.
Yeah, and I do believe, first and foremost, the Democrat Socialist Party, is the biggest threat to America. And beyond that, it's just the Democrat Party is the biggest threat to America.
Well, it's not a Democrat Party much anymore. It's more, like you just said, Democrat socialist. Even Hakeem Jeffries isn't, I don't think, a socialist.
Oh, many socialists hate Hakeem Jeffries.
That's what I'm saying.
Plenty of them. What's up, Scotty? How you doing?
What up,
But
Scotty Scott?
yeah, I've been reading their website. I've been learning some things about these, corrupt people. They want all kinds of prison reform. They want to abolish the police. They want to abolish the Constitution.
See, and that's what blows my mind. Okay, I'm gonna be as nice as I can about this, but the police is the only thing standing between someone like me and them when they come to piss me off. Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay. And I think you catch my drift. Because some days I've got a lower threshold of bullshit than others.
Yeah. We should have done the thing at the No Kings protesters. We should have asked them one by one how many of them are Democrat socialists.
You know what? Everyone, I can pretty much tell you they would have they would have been they would have claimed to be Democrat.
They're too scared to claim they're Democrat socialist.
Well, Knoxville would have been a better place for that. Knoxville, we would have got people claiming to be socialist.
What about that one guy that? What about that one guy with that 600-pound wife of his? You think you
Oh
remember the guy
my
with the
God.
kid diddling shirt on? He had the kid diddling shirt on. He must have been a Democrat socialist.
I would say he's radical. He's radical. Man,
Well, they're
I'd like
all
to
right.
see you too. No, come on. I don't remember her name. Joyce Ward or well,
The
anyways, the
whole
Ward
Democrat
lady.
Party is radical. They just hide it. If you ask them what they believe in, you're gonna know straight up that they're radical.
Yeah, see, I don't think a lot of them that were there are radical. I think that a lot of them that were there the day we was there was Democrat because they've always been Democrat people. I mean, for
Well,
instance, in Sevierville, they actually had the American flag with them. Most Democrats don't tote an American flag.
they like to burn the American flag, and then they tell me that I'm breaking some kind of flag code with this.
Yeah.
They literally burn flags. How are they going to lecture me about this? How are they going to lecture me about this?
Yeah, well, see, that's just it. I don't want to. I refuse to listen to people that burn flags tell me I'm violating a flag code. I refuse. Not going to do it. They have no opinion. Hey, where's everybody from today? I see people finally getting into the chats. We got 55 on mine already, is what it says. What state are y'all from? Tell us
What
where y'all
state?
from, state wise.
And get those likes up. We got 62 people in here and only 2
Or
likes.
country. Or country.
I love the fact that a lot of these people have been watching for over a year and they still don't
California.
have the
We got
nuts.
2 from Cali. Michigan. Are y'all Democrats out in Cali?
What do you think the answer is?
I think there's a lot more conservatives out in Cali than they let on.
Probably. We already know there's a lot of Trump supporters and conservatives, especially in the Jewish community in New York.
You've got me wanting to go hang out with Samson for a weekend.
I mean, like I said, we could do the Zohan Mandami stream, but probably ain't looking good for either one of us.
I think we could do it. I think we could get in and out without being arrested. I think that we should leave our bullhorn behind. But
Oh yeah, we could leave the
I'm
bullhorn
loud.
behind.
You know me. I don't have to have a bullhorn. My voice carries as it is. I'm like Charles Van Morgan. I just talk to you and people think I'm yelling. And I'm not yelling. I just have a voice that carries. I like to be clear when I talk, and I like to be understood when I talk, and that offends Democrats.
This guy says we're becoming communist. That's what Ronald Reagan fought against from the USSR. Yeah, what do you think about that? That's a little bit funny. Our troops died fighting against communism, and now these people want to invoke communism inside of America.
They want to invoke it, but currently they're going to have to change laws. They're going to have to change laws because if I ain't mistaken, communism is illegal in the
Yeah,
U.S.
that's what someone else said.
Not to say that they don't try and change laws, but I don't even think they should be a communist party. Shouldn't even be allowed
Well,
to have
here's
a
what
communist.
Scott. Well, here's what Scott says. He says, "What's up? I'd support politicians like AOC or Mandami if they're fighting for affordable health care, more affordable housing, and stronger worker protections.
You
What about if
know,
you had to give?
a
Well, I
broken
know
watch
Scott
is
makes a good amount of
a
money. What
broken.
if you had to give up 70% of your income for that to happen, Scotty? Would you be okay with it? 70% of your income in return, we're going to give you free health care. Would you be okay with that? Or what about 80% of your income? Would you be okay with that one?"
As it
And
stands
as
now,
far as
I've not run the
go ahead, go
numbers
ahead.
in a while, but I would dare say Americans spend at least 40 or 50% of their every dollar they make on taxes. By the time you figure in sales tax, property tax, whether or not you have state income tax, that's a big one. That's why I enjoy Tennessee. And then you've got your federal tax.
Yeah, you're getting taxed every second. You sell something, you get taxed. You buy something, you get taxed.
I dare say I mean, I don't pay as much taxes as, say, like Elon Musk, of course, but I would dare say I'm paying at least 35, 40% of my money in taxes.
This guy says $7.50 minimum wage. Thanks, Republicans. We made a federal minimum wage. Is that bad?
You know what? Thank Biden for that. Okay, Biden was president for 4 years. He could have changed that. He didn't. And the next thing is you don't want to
What
mandate a
job
minimum.
gets paid
The
$7? You
Democrats,
can't even tell me what job gets paid $7. You
something a high
can't tell
schooler is
me
going
a
to
single
get,
job that
something
gets
a
paid
high
seven
schooler is going to
dollars.
get. But on the same token, Democrats, they want to fill every job and then mandate an actual minimum wage. It's 2 or 3 times higher than that. And that's not how it works. You're going to have a lot of people going out of business instead of struggling for help. I'd rather see them in business struggling for help than to see them just completely go out of business. No, what you want is all the illegals deported, and then you end up having a job surplus. And when you've got a job surplus, all the employers have to fight to get employees. And they're going to do that by giving you increased wages and good benefits. As it stands right now, they don't have to do none of that.
And that's just one part of it. Also, if you deport, 30 million illegal alien immigrants, you're going to have 30 million new apartments and houses for people to move into at way cheaper prices.
Yep, that's going to go
So
down. So deporting illegals solves a lot of our problems.
it really does. And people don't even consider it.
But they want their cake and eat it too.
They do want their cake and eat it too. Look at California, where fast food is closing down because of a high minimum wage. I haven't heard about it, but I believe it. I mean,
Okay,
they
Eric,
already have
that's
a
a
fully.
wonderful idea. Eric has a wonderful idea. He says if we really want change, we have to start over again, remove everybody from power and start from scratch. Wonderful idea. Won't happen. Same people that's in power will go to running, or people they know will go to running. There will always be people. You have to fight it. You just have to fight it. You ain't gonna get away from it.
You don't inherit other presidents' economies anymore. That's not how it works. The minute Trump got announced that he won the election, the stock market started to shoot up and inflation rates
Who's
started
the
to come
flag
down.
guy? This one guy says the flag guy got banned for misinformation from his last account. Last I
No, I
checked,
didn't.
they don't ban people for misinformation.
So
Freedom of
yeah, get the
speech.
fuck out of here, asshole. Retard.
Yeah.
Full blown retard. Go collect your food stamps. Go collect your food stamps. Because we know Democrats
Nobody's blaming
love
Biden.
big food
We've moved
stamps.
on. But if you're going to sit here and whine about minimum wage, Biden was in power for 4 years. He could have gave you dipshits the minimum wage you want, but he didn't. So you know what? You all were the ones whining.
Wage. I need $8,000 a month for flipping burgers, please. No, get a real job, you fucking bums, or go
Yeah,
homeless. I don't
and
care.
the people in those industries really need to take note, and they need to thank people like me, because I go and I wait for somebody to take my order. I don't go to them kiosks to make it quicker, because that's a job. That's a job. And every time y'all go to them kiosks, you're enabling one less job. Y'all are idiots. And the next thing, you're going to have an automated patty flipper. You're going to have a machine. Inevitably, you're going to have a guy there doing maintenance, another person there that's going to probably man the machines, make sure they're stocked, and you'll probably have a manager making sure that money and things are correctly working. Or maybe they have to adjust the machine or something.
Oh,
You're going to get it down
Democrats.
to they're going to get it
Democrats
down
want
to
to
about three
mandate a
people in a
salary.
fast food. They're going to get it down to about three people in a fast food restaurant instead of having half a dozen to 10 or 12. So y'all are actually putting yourselves out of work.
People wonder why blue states are dirty and nasty because they don't give a shit about their country, their state. It's a shithole. It's hilarious. Yeah, only 17% of Democrats are proud of America versus like 87% of Americans are proud of America. That shit fucking disgusts me. If you hate your country so much, buy a one-way plane ticket and don't come back.
Actually, I don't care who's pushing the data centers. Let's talk about the data centers. Someone says Trump is pushing data centers. Thank him for losing your job. No, that's not what's causing us to lose jobs. Data centers ain't doing that.
Data
They don't
centers
have to
make
use.
jobs. Data centers create jobs.
Well, it's not going to make a lot of jobs. Let's be honest. I don't believe it'll make a lot of jobs. You'll have somebody there that is maintaining the uh, the servers. You're going to have somebody there maintaining the backup generators. You're probably going to have maintenance crews taking care of basic things like mowing the lawn. It's not going to be a lot of jobs. But the thing is, we have to have them. And anybody that's on here complaining about data centers, you need to leave this channel right now, but only if you take your phone outside, put it on the curb, and stomp it, because that's why we need data centers. Every time you use AI, every time you use your phone, every time you plug into Netflix, every time you use the cloud, you are using a data center. So you all need to turn around and point a finger back at yourselves, because you all are the problem, not anyone else. This is capitalism. You all open the market up. They're feeling the need. Now, I've got some information. I did a little research on this. Um, Aaron Brockovich is sort of an idiot. You know who Aaron Brockovich is?
No, I don't know who that is.
Uh, they had a movie about it's called Aaron Brockovich in 2000. It's about a woman that went to suing a big gas corporation in, I think, California back in like the early 90s, and because they ruined the water supply. And she won, and that was one of the largest corporation payouts in American history for pollution, and it was over $300 million. I think it was somewhere around $325 million.
You
And
think centers hurt the
she,
water? Should people be able to vote on it county by county, or how should it work? Because I think they should be able to vote on it county by county.
for data centers,
Yeah.
no, I don't necessarily think. I think it should be state, and I think it should be state, not county, because nobody wants them. The thing is, I'm not against data centers.
They pollute the water sometimes, though. Not all the time, but sometimes they have polluted the water.
I'm getting to that. I'm
Okay,
getting to
good.
that. Um, they do. They are the older ones pollute. Okay. Um, they we need to be mindful of where we put them. Okay. These things are going to be built. Okay. No ifs, ands, or buts. No way around it. They are going to be built, and you all are making it possible. Y'all say we don't want data centers, but you're talking about this on your cell phone. Okay? You want it, you don't want data centers? Stop using a cell phone. Do away with anything you use that has to do with the cloud. Same thing with your businesses. Do away with the cloud. Go back to paper logs, paper books, everything. Because
Put them
Aaron
in the blue
Brockovich,
states. The blue states have a lot of pollution already, and they're already shithole. They don't clean up the trash. They let the homeless piss and
well,
shit everywhere. So let's just put them all in California. California's a shithole.
remember I was telling you earlier today that Trump actually put it out in the private sector for people to redesign us new nuclear facilities, new nuclear energy plants. Well, we came back, and out of the private sector, we have six. We have six new designs that are all cutting edge, and they are generations ahead of anything that is currently running right now. And we need to get on it and build some of these, because that is where you're going to get your clean energy for your data centers, because it's going to happen regardless. Because the thing is, do you want them data centers built here in the U.S., protected under U.S. laws where we can control the pollution, or do you want it built in China where they're not going to do anything about the pollution? They could care less. They don't care about their people. And not to mention, it puts them that much closer to getting your personal information, your business's information, and heck, possibly even our government's information. So these things are going to be built. You want them here? You want them China? It's up to you. An idiot's going to say China. So I'm not saying no data centers. I'm not saying data centers. I'm saying that we need to be mindful of where we're putting them at. Sound is an issue. Okay. If sound is an issue, okay, right out the gate, airports. Put them near airports. Put them near dragways. Put them in places where they're already loud. Now, here's an idea I've got. Why don't they put them up in eastern Kentucky in those empty coal mines? It's already maintained 60 degrees. I would say they could get away with less cooling and not have to use as much water.
Well, what about the people that want to use those coal mines? Is there still coal in those mines or no?
When they get down to a certain point, there is still coal, but you've got these pillars. It ends up, there's some of it you just can't get. Let's put it that way. You just can't get it all. You get down the last little bit, there's no scraping the bowl. There's no scraping the bowl and getting the last bit of batter out so you can lick the spoon. So at that point, there are coal mines that are vacant that would be perfect for this. Um,
Why
I'm
are
going to,
data centers evil? Why are they too dangerous? Why are they evil? Tell us
if they're
reasons
evil and
why.
too dangerous, then you need to get off your phone, people. Don't want to hear it. You're a hypocrite. If they're too dangerous, get off your phone. Take your children's phone away. Take their iPads away. Take their Nintendo Switches and their Xboxes away, because all that stuff uses the cloud. You want to say it's evil? You know what? It comes from evil people if it's evil. Now, I took kind of some screenshots of some things, so I'm going to read over it as soon as it loads up here. I'm going to put it on here and I'm going to read it to you.
Guys, get those likes up. We almost got 200 people in here. We only got 17 likes. Show some love. Get those likes up to at least 50, chat. At least 50.
Okay, not the one. Not the one. Okay. First one I took was Erin Brockovich, is famous for her role as a legal clerk and consumer advocate who spearheaded a landmark 1993 lawsuit against the Pacific Gas and Electric Company, PG&E of California. They contaminated drinking water with, I don't think it matters, but hexavalent chromium. It caused a lot of health issues to people in the town. Okay, this is what I looked up in Gemini. Okay, I run a search about, can data centers be made more efficient? Okay, can they be made more efficient to pollute less? Yes. The tech industry and engineers are actively implementing, which means right now, anything going up right now. Yes, the tech industry and engineers are actively implementing several strategies to dramatically curb emissions, water usage, and energy waste. Transition to clean energy would be one. That would be your power plants. Stop blocking Trump on his power plants. Let Trump build the nuclear facilities. Direct renewable PPA, power purchase agreements. Major tech companies are increasing financing and new wind and solar and something else. Okay, so there's other ways. Let's see here. Major increase in financing, anchoring new wind, solar, and geothermal. Okay, geothermal, I'm going to throw out there. I would call bullshit on geothermal. There's only like one geothermal plant on the entire in the entire world. I think it's in either Iceland or Greenland. Next gen nuclear. That's the one we need to focus on. That's the most feasible. Next gen nuclear to meet the continuous basehold power demands of modern AI without relying on fossil fuels. Companies are exploring modular nuclear reactors.
People in the chats are going crazy. They're all saying, well, of course, AI is telling you what they want to do, so that way you fall for it. They're like, you're letting AI tell you about AI?
Um, I'm letting AI tell me about nuclear centers. Tell me if nuclear power isn't clean. Tell me. Y'all dumbasses. No,
Didn't you
you
see
all are
Trump's
pushing a
plans today?
narrative.
He's going to make us do.
You all are pushing a
Yeah.
narrative. Oh, we want to use our phones, but we don't want data centers. You know what? You are polluting talking to me right now. Not only are you spewing toxic bullshit out your fingertips / technically your mouth, but you also, that your efforts are using more data centers. So fuck you. So here, advanced cooling innovations, liquid immersion cooling instead of cooling water and air conditioning. Servers are entirely submerged in thermal conductive, electrically insulated synthetic liquids. This drastically cuts down on electricity usage for cooling by up to 90% and eliminating water consumption. They use these in high performance gaming units as well. People are immersing their game. Have you seen a water cooled gaming unit where they immerse?
I have.
Is that not badass?
That is badass.
Yeah. So they're doing this shit already. Y'all are just bullheaded and you own this. Y'all ain't even educated. Y'all need to at least go and look this stuff up like I have for myself. Closed loop systems, modern facilities. Let me move on to the next one. Recycle the same water continuously rather than evaporating it away. So, and it's, they use this technology in other things. It's not even that it's that new.
They use
Waste
it
heat.
on my phone. My phone has water cooling. Now, it's not the same kind of water cooling as a PC, but it's a form of it.
Waste heat reuse. Instead of letting exhaust heat escape into the air, innovative data centers capture it to warm nearby municipal water supplies, commercial greenhouses, or district heating. Hold on here. Heating systems. So they're using it. They're using the hot water for other things. Cleaning up backup power. Now that's a big one. Okay. That's why we need nuclear power. You're never I don't think you'll ever get rid of diesel generators. Okay, that's just the go-to backup for everything. It doesn't mean you might not you might go 10 years and never use one, but when you need it, you better have it. And diesels work. So they're talking about replacing diesel with hydrogen fuel cells, and battery storage facilities are beginning to replace or supplement noisy, dirty diesel backup generators.
Rather you're Democrat or Republican, I think most people agree with nuclear energy. Do you guys agree with nuclear energy? Click W in chat. W in chat if you agree with nuclear energy.
Moving up in the world and actually having clean nuclear energy.
WWW, yes, anything else? LLL. Why don't you guys like nuclear energy? What's the purpose with nuclear energy? What's wrong with nuclear energy? New nuclear energy is safe and
Oh my
clean.
gosh, Gus Pritchett, you need to wake up. You need to get with the times. The technology we have today does not melt down. This is not Chernobyl. We have came a long way since Chernobyl. We have even the Fukushima accident did not melt down. So just stow that horse shit, Gus Pritchett. You're the type of person you just anti-Trump no matter what.
And by the way,
Children
Trump
have
is
anger.
pushing really, really hard right now to make us the nuclear energy dominant country of the entire world.
Jason says, I agree with nuclear energy design and engineering and new technologies and policies. I agree with, you know what? I used to be dead set against nuclear energy, but it's come a long way. You can swim in a vat of water that's got the nuclear fuel rods immersed in them. You know
What the
why?
fuck? Why?
Yeah, you can swim in it. You look it up. There is a man that proved it. He would go swimming. He would go skinny dipping, like a president in the Potomac. He would go skinny dipping in a nuclear water cooling tank where the actual nuclear rods were in, because nuclear nuclear activity doesn't pass well through water, and it is at a manageable concentration. You can swim in it. You're not gonna hop out of it, and you're not gonna glow.
Someone said AI will help with nuclear energy production.
I think it will. They've already. Did you see the jet engine? Have you seen the jet engines that AI designed?
No.
They got like a 20 megaton, the biggest, most efficient jet engine that we have right now, and they're supposed to use it for space shuttles, and it's the most efficient we've ever had. AI designed it. They have used it. It comes within one red cunt hair, one RCH. Okay, it's a high tech redneck term. One red cunt hair. It comes within one red cunt hair of just completely melting down and exploding. But the design actually cools itself, and they technically they're still studying it because they fired it, they've used it, but they don't quite understand how it works. But it works, and it works well. I mean, it's gonna put us. It could put us on other planets.
Hell
It is
yeah.
so powerful.
Trump is making amazing
No, the one I
apocalypse.
saw
What are
didn't.
you talking about? What garbage are you talking about? By the way, thank you guys for those gifts. Drop some super chats if you guys have any questions, comments. We're here to answer it, but y'all are spamming the fuck out of the comment section.
Yeah, and it looked like an alien jet engine. The way it was made, it had all these like veins and ports and things, and it looked like something right out of a sci-fi movie. So I suggest anybody that's not familiar with it, they should really look it up and check it out. AI will help us design nuclear reactors, jet engines, and if we don't hop on this AI boom, China will. That's just a fact, and they are, and they don't care how they fuel theirs. They don't care. They don't care if they burn the bones of their dead to fuel them.
Well, shit.
At least we're doing something about it. Thank you for the star.
Socialism has never worked in any other country. Not a single other
Losing
country
the
has
war.
socialism worked in.
Let me tell you what. You must be talking about Iran, and you can use a few different metrics to determine whether or not you winning or losing a war. One is land lost or gained. Another one is deaths, which most people don't like to use casualties. Me,
Netherlands doesn't have socialism. I've been to the Netherlands plenty of times. They do not have socialism. Are you connected to your Starlink? The connection's really bad right now. I don't know if it's on my end or your end. When is the last time you've been there? I've been there in the last 12 months. I'll just say that.
exactly right. You know, I was dead set against nuclear energy, but we got to make it work because if we don't, someone else is, and all we're going to do is fall behind. We will not be the super. Right now, we're the number one superpower of the world. America. If I'm glad America isn't a bully because by gum, if we was, we'd be ruling this world.
Socialist morons, stay out of America before we kick you out. The thing is, most people that are socialist are Americans. They're just too dumb to realize what the fuck socialism even is. But join the Discord if you guys want to debate. There's
You know what? We come closer to Catholic to the Pope being the problem than in Israel. Way more Catholics swaying votes than there is Israel.
Benjamin Netanyahu is on his way to America right now. What do you
I
think
know
about
it.
that?
You know what? Netanyahu's a better man than me because I'd make sure I went to New York. I'd go to the most famous pizza joint. I'd get me a piece of New York pizza, and I'd go, "What's up, Mandami? My finger, definitely."
I mean, imagine if the New York City police tried to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu. Benjamin Netanyahu is fucking running with Mossad. You know he came up every time a world leader comes to this country, especially one from Israel. I believe they come here packing some heat, don't you think? So you want a full
Yep.
out shootout with American cops? Because I don't. I don't
No.
want to. I don't want to see a bunch of retarded New York police officers get taken out by the Mossad. That would be
Chicago
fucked up.
couldn't handle Al Capone. They definitely ain't going to handle Mossad.
He's still a war criminal. Well, guess what? We never signed the ICC. We're not even a part of the international. We're not even a part of the international courts because it's bullshit. It's bogus. Now they're saying they might put criminal charges on Trump. They say they might put international criminal charges on Trump and American soldiers. Like what the fuck?
So yeah, there's multiple things that they're doing to make these data centers. They're taking people's excuses away. They're making them quieter. They're making them more efficient. They're making them less polluting. You got to get on board. I do think we need to be mindful of where we put them. Has to be somewhere where they do have a water supply because these things have to stay on. And in the future, who's to say we don't put them in space? I think ultimately that's the best idea is to put them in space.
The AI data centers.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about cooling them. You wouldn't have to worry about pollution in space.
The
But
hell
I
with
wonder,
ICC? Who's
but
the
you'd
one with the
probably,
bad internet connection? Me or him? Beardo or no Beardo?
Beardo or Youngo?
All right, you've
I'm not even,
been spamming enough, brother. You've been spamming enough.
you know what? Let me look. I'm going to look on here and see.
Listen, all you socialist lefties, join the Discord. It's linked in my bio. Let's have a debate about socialism and why you want to steal everyone else's shit. It won't, fool. I'm space because the vacuum inside the science would be an issue with it in space.
What would be an issue in space?
The data centers, if there's no oxygen.
Why does there have to be oxygen?
For cooling, I guess. I don't know.
It's already negative 100 degrees. I don't see why you have to have oxygen to cool.
Okay, it's gonna be frozen then.
I think you'd end up having to have nuclear. I think you'd have to have a nuclear facility in space as well. But I don't think you have to have oxygen for a data center. I've not once heard anybody talking about oxygen except for the fact that the fossil fuels of the backup generators pollutes the air. But they're talking that some of these data centers might have 100 backup generators. These backup generators are no bigger than the diesels that's on a lot of construction equipment. Why, I bet you just in Knoxville and Sevierville alone today, we probably had 500 to 1,000 construction vehicles running constantly all day long.
All the people in the chat time said that they can't do it in space because it stops both heating and cooling. Kindred said that they're not going to do it in space because it's super expensive to even get equipment up there in the first place to work on
Now,
even
see,
objects.
I see that. I see that. But I don't think that's going to be, I don't think that'll be a long term issue. I do think inevitably it'll go to space. It's either going to go to space or it's going to do something like go to the bottom of the ocean or something like that. It's going to go somewhere where it's going to be able to be cooled easier. I think mines is one of the best ideas. And it's got to be on your end. I'm looking at the stream here on my computer, and my side's coming through good, but so's yours right now.
I think both of us are coming through good. Too
So
vulnerable to space impacts. Ocean sounds terrible. I ain't even gonna lie. Imagine you just see a bunch of fucking pollution coming up to the water from the bottom of the ocean.
you know what? I don't want to hear about pollution in the ocean until we get the Great Pacific Garbage Patch cleaned up. That inevitably came from China.
I didn't even hear about that. Was that recently?
Dude, I'll look that up. You need to see it. If you've never seen it, you need to see it. It's awful.
I agree. I think communism is already illegal, but we need to ban socialism next.
I'm
We need
pretty
to
sure it's
ban
already
socialism
banned.
next. Socialism ain't. Communism might be.
No, communism, not socialism. I know communism is.
How about pollution from the cruise ships? If you think socialism and communism are the best, make sure you join our Discord to debate me.
This
Social
area is known
security
as
is
the
not
Great Pacific
socialism, you
Garbage Patch.
dumb fucking
Located between
fool.
California and Hawaii, it covers about 617,000 square miles. That's larger than the area of France, Germany, and Spain combined. Moreover, there are at least 5 other similar zones in the world's ocean.
Oh, I didn't know
They're
that.
made up of millions of tons of plastic, bottles, fishing
Holy
nets,
fucking
containers, and other
shit!
waste that enters the ocean from rivers, ships, and coastal cities. Under the influence of the sun and water, they break down into microplastics, which then enter the food chain. Because of their tiny size, microplastics can't be seen from satellites, and their consistency is more like a plastic soup. Meanwhile, ocean currents create a vortex that traps trash, keeping the patch contained as it continues to grow. These patches are only a small fraction of all the plastic in the ocean,
So,
as a
yeah.
significant part sinks to the ocean
That's
floor or
fucked
washes
up.
up
And
on
all
shore.
these dumb communists are saying, global warming, global warming. Fuck global warming. Are you fucking gay? Let's get the trash out of our oceans.
Yep.
Get the trash out of our oceans. We shouldn't be spending a single dollar on global warming until we get all of the trash
And
out
you
of
know
our
what?
oceans.
Let's talk. Let me go get something for a good example. Y'all want to talk about plastic waste? I'm not even a green nut, and I think that this is ridiculous. I'll be right back.
That is disturbing. From your fast food wrappers, talk to shitty countries, then I'm sure there's some people from some shitty countries in here. But can we get those likes up, guys? It's Monday. It is Monday. Get
Y'all
those
see this
likes up,
plastic?
subscribe.
Y'all see this plastic bottle right here?
Yeah.
Okay. This is my stomach medicine. It's I don't know how you say it. I have a hard time saying this. Omeprazole magnesium. It's my stomach pill. Okay. I have to take about 2 of these a day. This bottle, I buy, they come in a pack of either 3 or 4. There's 14 pills in each bottle. Now, I'm already buying it in a cardboard box that's also waste. But then you got 4 bottles with only 14 pills in each one. I'll tell you, when I get home, I open all bottles up, whether it's 3 or 4, puncture the seal, and pour them all into one bottle, and I end up having 3 or 4 of these bottles tossed out into the garbage, which is complete waste. So I don't want to hear about straws. I don't want to hear about 6-pack plastic things that holds the 6-packs together. Stupid shit like this. I would say pharmaceuticals makes up a vast, large percentage of it. Not to
Hey,
mention a
guys.
lot of
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Not to mention a lot of plastic can be recycled into diesel fuel.
Yup.
There's a kid out right now that made a furnace, a contraption that'll turn plastic into diesel fuel, and and gasoline, and he's ran a Rolls Royce off of it. I'm waiting for the big power companies to him.
AI data centers are entirely necessary if humanity wants to continue advancing technology.
Yes.
However, if tech companies do not aggressively switch to 100% renewable energy like nuclear or geothermal, there's probably going to be problems. That's what the guy is
Well,
saying, I guess.
that's where y'all got to drop your hate for Trump and let him build some nuclear facilities. You can't have your cake and eat it too. If Biden was trying to build nuclear facilities, y'all'd be all on board for it. Don't say you wouldn't be.
AI is useless and everyone hates it. I love AI. I mean, if
You
I
know what? You say it's useless, but you're talking to us on your phone, you hypocrite. You are a dumb, ignorant hypocrite. You know what? People call us hicks. Dumb. You ignorant hicks. But you know what? You take the cake, pal.
no, Trump does want nuclear energy. There's multiple things that are going to be
I
passing
want
very
nuclear
soon.
energy. Every one of us should want nuclear energy.
Hey, thank you for those gifts. If you guys have any questions, comments, drop some super chats, drop some gifts. Make sure you
No, big dog, you're
subscribe.
dumber than a box of rocks.
You're dumber than a box of rocks. You're dumber than a box of rocks.
Zipper, I didn't pay to be on here. No, if you want to be on here right now, yeah, you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay big time. But if you're
They
patient,
don't have money to pay. That's
yeah,
why
but
they're so angry.
if you're patient, join the Discord. Don't be a dick when you join because you'll get booted. Be a respectable somebody. Act like somebody. Join the Discord. Be a part of the community, and you'll get your turn. Oh my God. It's true. You know, I wouldn't
Environment.
worry about Trump. I would not worry about Trump increasing logging. I would worry about the needless forest fires that's coming from downwind Canada.
Nuclear energy has zero waste with new technology.
We don't have the issues of nuclear fallout like we did in the early days. And nuclear fallout usually comes from nuclear weapons. We didn't have nuclear fallout from the Fukushima disaster. One of the few, I can't say only, but one of the few nuclear disasters that had nuclear fallout and a meltdown that was catastrophic was Chernobyl. And I promise, I believe anyways, that you're not even old enough to remember that.
The U.S. treats
No, not
us.
entirely, but it's cut the nuclear waste down. Not to mention, did you know that they actually discovered a bacteria that eats nuclear waste?
What bacteria?
You want me to find it on YouTube?
Don't forget the 3 Mile Island. Wasn't that the island you already showed before?
No, he's talking about the nuclear disaster, 3 Mile Island. How many car accidents was there when they first created automobiles?
A lot.
It's the way it works. Nothing's perfect when it first comes out. So we can talk about these whataboutisms all you want.
Well, a
Let's see
lot of
what
people are afraid of nuclear energy.
That's
I
right.
see why. It's a lot safer. I mean, we can try it, right? Just put it in blue states like California and New York. They should build a giant nuclear facility, a nuclear plant right in the middle of New York City. That'll solve a lot of the
It's
problems they
already a
have.
shithole.
Bunch of criminals slash racists. Neither one of us has any criminal charges on our record. So
Type of black fungus
Here we go.
found in Chernobyl is helping to absorb dangerous nuclear radiation. This fungus, called Cryptococcus neoformans, thrives in
He
radioactive
said
environments
caucus.
by using the radiation as an energy source, almost like how plants use sunlight. By breaking down radiation, it protects the environment around it. Scientists are studying this unique fungus to see how it could help in cleaning up other radioactive sites, and possibly even in space exploration where radiation is a big challenge. In an amazing discovery.
There we go, folks.
the media
Nature will always find a way. When we're dead and
dislike
gone, there'll always be
much
nature.
socialism, communism. Yeah, no kidding. England wants Trump. I'm sure you do. I mean, your country's turning to shit thanks to your previous boy, Keir Starmer. Oh, we do believe in science. We just don't believe you can cut off your penis and become a woman.
Nope, you can't.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. What else are y'all saying?
Oh, we do believe in science.
The only one that's crying is the Democrats every single day. I'm poor. I'm broke. That's the Democrats every single day they come in here. I'm poor. It's all because of Donald J. Trump. I'm poor. All because of Trump. That's what these Democrats say over and over and over again. Over and over again. You were poor before Trump. Now you're still poor. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Climate change is bullshit. Why do you think they changed the word from global warming to climate change? No, the economy is booming right now. The economy is doing fantastic. Listen, I'm just saying, you know what? You're angry that I say drop super chats because you don't even got any money to drop any super chats. That's why it makes you angry. You're like, fuck, you got to stop
Here
reminding
we
me I'm
go.
poor.
I need to show them another video, okay? Someone's out there whining. Let me hear. I want to laugh again about what nuclear waste not being in water. So here we go.
Yeah, that could
This plant is a beautiful pool. It's got a place to store spent fuel bundles so it won't stop. 660,000 gallons of water, demineralized, as clear and pretty as it can be.
Hold on. He's not going to be swimming through it. I need to find another one. There's a video of guys swimming in the shit.
No one with
I'm not saying
brain is voting Democrat unless you're living on welfare. No one with the brain is going to vote Democrat unless you're just living below the poverty line. You're going to
here's
keep
one guy.
spamming bullshit and nonsense because you can't come with any facts because you're Democrat. Democrats are special
200
needs. They
micrograms
need
in
their
water.
welfare money.
So 200 microrentgens, I'm assuming per hour, that's not a dangerous dose. Now, it is well above average, about 6 times above average, but if you're in there for, say, hours, you're not going to get sick from radiation. You might get hypothermia or something, depending on the water temperature. Also, he's not measuring it at the water. Water is very good at shielding radiation. A good rule of thumb.
See, water is good at shielding radiation. So you stuff it, motherfucker.
I'm back in the water.
Get out of the water quickly. There is a high radiation.
It's not high.
He's going swimming in it.
Near a nuclear reactor.
The 200 microrentgens in water.
So 200 microrentgens, I'm assuming per hour, that's not a dangerous dose. Now,
Okay, it's starting over. It's a short. So there you go, feller. I hope you're laughing. There is science for you. You can swim in nuclear water, and water does shield you from nuclear radiation. I wouldn't drink it. You know,
No, 60% of Democrats have used welfare at one time or another versus 38% Republican. Y'all are fucking retards. Full-blown welfare babies. Full-blown welfare babies. Not a single Democrat in chat even has $50 in their bank account. That's why they voted for Democrats. That's why they voted for Democrats. That is the God-honest truth. This is supposed to be an 18 and plus channel, but we are trying to minimize the cursing in the language.
trying.
Democrats, you're on your knees begging for welfare every day. Please, Donald J. Trump, don't take my
Hey, Dino
welfare.
Mike.
Please, Trump,
Hey,
don't
Dino
take my
Mike.
welfare. Please.
Your mom's over here in front of my lazy chair right now on her knees.
No spamming.
Easy, Mrs. Dino Mike.
You do
Easy.
not got $300,000. You do not got $30,000 and vote Democrat. You don't got $1 to your name if you vote Democrat. Corporate welfare doesn't exist. That's just the thing to make lazy Democrat losers feel better about themselves. No such thing as corporate welfare. I'm getting my stats on welfare usage from pure research. Pure research. Please, Donald J. Trump, don't take my welfare. That's what you Democrats are doing right now. Please, Donald J. Trump, don't take my welfare. A bailout is when the government needs a company to operate in society, so they bail them out and pay for it. It's not a freaking welfare check. They earned that. Do I agree with it all the time? No, but sometimes it's necessary. Yes, absolutely. Sometimes it's necessary. You want all the major banks in America to fail? Then how are you going to get loans How are you going to get loans and you know?
How are they going to get their welfare?
How are you going to get your welfare? If the banks go out of business, they're not going to have anywhere to deposit your welfare checks. Welfare does not save lives. There's plenty of public ran programs that are private businesses that help homeless people and help people in need. We don't need welfare in this country. Get those likes up, though. Are farmers on welfare because of Trump? No. Farmers have had bailouts every other couple of years, dating 30, 40, 50 years back.
Not to mention, honestly, I'm through giving farmers that do business with China bailouts. I mean, if that's what they want to bet on, that's their business. But they really ought to go after something a little more stable than selling soy to Chinamen.
Only 17% of Democrats are proud of America, according to recent Gallup polls. So y'all quite literally hate America. You pieces of fucking dog shit hate America so much you want socialism. You hate Trump supporters, you hate MAGA supporters. All because they're doing better than you and they're telling you, get off the welfare and get to work. If you keep spamming, we're just going to time you out. Okay, we're going to time you out. Some of these women that comment, it's honestly making me more and more misogynistic. It's making me more and more misogynistic because the shit some of these women say is so fucking dumb. It makes me want to repeal the 19th Amendment.
Easy, Andrew Tate.
And it's not all these women out here. It's really not. It's basically Democrat women. Democrat
Are
women
you
are
related?
so
Are you related to the
stupid.
Tates?
No, are you? You and them got the beard and the bald head?
You misogynist! You misogynist! Actually, when the first time I ever heard the word misogynist, I thought you'd get like a back rub. It's like I want a misogynist.
Much like, well, the church does say that there should, if you're a Christian, the church says there should be no female religious leaders. And I'm believing that. The majority of men don't want to listen to, female leaders. You can call that misogynistic all you want. But it's relatively true.
Who's
Especially if
hating
we had a
women?
woman
We actually
president.
fight. We actually fight for you women. We're on here kicking Democrat ass and taking names because they want to take your gender from you. They want to take your bathrooms from you, and they want to take your sports from you. And we're here taking up for you all. Your animosity is directed at the wrong direction, lady. You need to be directing it toward the Democrat Party because they have no respect for women.
Misogyny is one who is racist against misogynist.
Let me tell you what, E. Jean Carroll was never great because someone who's ever been great is not going to tell you that women think being great is hot. And those are her words. So try again.
You ain't gonna do shit. You stole everything. Well, your name is
The problem
Dearborn.
is, the
So I'm gonna
problem is
figure
the person who made that comment relies on a corrupt court system to be their moral compass.
this guy literally has his name as Dearborn. What is it? Dearborn, Michigan? Are you a Muslim?
Yeah,
Are you a
Dearborn. I
Muslim?
think it's for Dearborn, Michigan. You know what, Dearborn?
You
Go deal with
Muslims
your
stole
Muslims.
everything. Muslims stole everything they ever got. Get those likes up, guys. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. The D stands for Democratic Terrorist Communist Party. Yep. 100% point on that one.
I got a few new ones.
My poor choices, my life is fantastic. I haven't made any poor choices for a few years at least. And
Just so
minorities aren't our problem. The problem is the illegal alien immigrant bastards and all these Muslims pouring into our country. What do we got here, Dustin? What are you looking at? So we're clear. The woman who raised $1.4 billion ended up $20 million in debt in 3 months and was going to fix the U.S. economy. No fucking kidding. I know
Yep.
how the world sees me. I've been to over 22 countries before. I 100% understand how the world sees me, living in 3 different countries. Hey, we got a Polak in here. What's up? Shout out Poland. Shout out Poland. Now, if a government is subsidizing a business that employs illegals, they should lose their subsidies. But most of the time, subsidies happen when businesses are offering something to the government.
like a bunch of jobs.
I'm fighting for our country every single day against these Democrats. Who the fuck, if you've been to 22 countries, that's not hard, you dipshit. Okay, apparently someone thinks they just have a bag of money to go do that. Or that you even have the capability to do that in the first place. The same person saying that has never left the country even one time.
I got to read this one. This is a burn and a half. Biden's going to be the first president that can't raise enough money to build a presidential library. Burn.
Yeah, that is sad. That is
Who's the
very
only
sad.
illegals? We conquered this shit. Let me tell you what. If Native American wants my property, they're going to have to come take it. If they can take it, fine. Let them have it.
Polish government is crazy. Is great. Subsidies usually come in the form of tax breaks, not checks. That's 100% right. Australia is a shithole. I'd rather just go to another country. If I was going to go all the way on
Hey,
that
if a
side of the
Muslim
world,
thinks they can take my stuff by force, they think they can take this country by force, bring it on, ding dong. There's not a military on the face of the earth that can deal with just the American citizens. We've got more guns than more firearms than all of the world's militaries combined. Look it up. And it ain't just military grade shit, because military grade is just a couple of big words for the cheapest builder, the cheapest bidder built them. Our shit's way better than military grade.
America has been fighting against radical Islam since 1780.
Yep, and Islamists are responsible for over 87% of all terror attacks globally. That's a fact. You know what? It's funny you mention that. You say wars fought with drones. Funny you mention that. Be right back.
Join the Discord if you guys want to debate.
So you say wars fought with drones? Bring it on, ding dong. I got my own little mini Air Force. I got a bunch of these fuckers. I got a few of these right here, and they'll go over 100 miles an hour.
People
So
can
bring it on. I'm ready. Are you?
Muslims as being separate from Islam. Islam is the religions that Muslims follow. Did you hear that allegedly? Hey, what's up, Lunchbox?
What
Long
up,
time no
Lunchbox?
see you, brother. Did you see that Iran allegedly has an army of about 600 drones off the coast of Florida and Cuba? 600
Nah, I didn't
Iranian
see that.
drones are apparently in Cuba, allegedly.
I know they
Allegedly.
can't fly as good as me. You've seen me fly. I'm not half bad now, am I?
What do you think would happen if those Iranian drones in Cuba took off towards Florida?
I'd be on my way down there and I'd take out a couple hundred just on my own.
What do you think about this comment? Trump loves us and our kids? He's not a PDF file. The only PDF
Yeah,
file is
you're
the
creepy.
Democrat Party.
Whoever said that is a creep.
Yeah, you're a fucking creep, buddy. Absolute creep.
And not to mention, I'm not the dumbass that would try and take a drone out with a rifle. That's the problem. Everybody I've seen that, like the Ukrainians, the Russians, they originally tried shooting them down with rifles. You don't use rifles. You go trap shooting. You go clay shooting. You go sporting clay shooting. You use a shotgun, dum-dums.
What
Gosh,
about the
you got to let
Nets?
the redneck
Those are
educate
Nets
you on this
too.
shit.
You can catch those drones in some nets too. Apparently, the Ukrainians been laying up nets to try to catch
I'm
those
using
drones.
bird shot. Yeah, birdshot. All you got to do is just take out one propeller. One. And if it's only got one, which means it would be more of a plane, you still only got to take out one. One propeller. They're made out of plastic. You familiar with plastic?
There's still some Browning machine guns laying in some people's garages and basements, so I'm
You
sure
don't
of
want
it.
a Browning machine gun for drones. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not saying that you wouldn't get one, but that's not what you want, though. A Browning machine gun has its place, but it's not for drones. You want a shotgun. You just want your average, everyday Remington pump action 870 will do the job. Now, Benelli M4, you'd be cooking with some gas.
Yeah, America doesn't have drone or missile defenses. Yes, we do, you fucking retard.
Give a standing ovation for the cancer kids. Democrats remain seated. And that was the first nail. I thought that was going to be the nail in the Democrats' coffin, but it wasn't. It was when Tyler Robinson did what he did with Charlie Kirk. That was the death blow to the Democrat Party. You all ain't going to have a blue wave. Y'all should be ashamed to even be in that party.
Lunchbox says they make 5.56s just for shooting down drones now, a specific kind of round.
I wouldn't use a 5.56 nothing. I'm telling you. You 5.56 is smaller than my pinky, and it's a bullet. It's one. You use bird shot at 100 yards. You're going to have about a 3 foot, 4 foot pattern. You're not going to miss. If you miss, you deserve to be took out by that drone. I've done a
Florida
lot of clay shoot.
is
I've done a
half of the
lot of
United
clay shoot. I'm
States.
telling you, you just don't overthink. It's what I would tell people. Don't overthink it. Just get your. This is one time when Biden's right. All you need is a shotgun.
They can't attack Florida if they want. It will be over by dinner. I think it'd
By
be.
I hope not. I hope that gives us Tennessee boys time to come down there and help.
No, we don't need help.
Bullshit, you don't. I've seen how you shoot.
Oh yeah, okay.
You need help, and I'm going to help you.
They swear the 5.56 drone round is better than a 12 gauge. What the hell is the drone round? Or what is the drone round? Does it explode into pellets? Like, is it a 5.56 that explodes in pellets, fly in all directions? I'm confused. How is it better?
Yeah,
I would like
you're
more
going to have
details. I
you're going
gotta
to have a
look this
hard
shit
time
up after.
convincing me that a 5.56 anything's going to do as well as birdshot for that particular job.
Hit
But hey, I've
Appalachian.
got one of those too.
Hillbillies will be done and half drunk.
Yep, I agree with that. That's like I say, if you want the stuff in the Middle East done and over with, send the rednecks in a square body Chevrolet with a trailer full of beer and all the ammo they want. They'll be done in a couple of days tops. Your biggest trouble is going to be convincing those rednecks to not stuff their trophies.
So apparently, Lunchbox is saying the drone round, the 5.56 round for the drone, it does. It shoots a pattern and spreads, kind of like the buckshot.
I'd have to see it, Lunchbox. I'm not necessarily going to say it ain't going to work. I do trust your knowledge on it. I just have a hard time believing that you're going to pack as much of that into the end of a 5.56 as you would get out of a, let's say, a 3.5 inch Magnum birdshot round. No, I'm going to check it out. Now, see, I agree with you on the range. There's not a doubt in my mind. That's where it's going to be. That's where it's going to be different because you're probably I think you're probably going to be at about a max 100 if you're doing good. If you like, I got a turkey gun. It'll reach out at least 100, 150 yards. But that's going to be max. That's going to be max. So I do. As far as the range game goes, I can see a 5.56 doing better. But as far as overall pattern and taking it out, that's going to be the tell. I am going to look it up.
I'm gonna have to hop up out of here now. I got some food waiting on me, but I'll be around, guys. I'll be back
What
on in
kind
a
of
little
food?
bit.
I'm starving.
Some noodles and chicken and stuff.
Noodles and chicken. I'm so hungry. You show me a picture of your noodles and chicken?
I'll send it to you after this. Yeah.
I'm just teasing with you. I'm just trying to make you feel guilty. I just ate. You know I just ate.
Oh, you did.
All right, I love you, brother. I'll talk to you
All
later. And
right.
yeah,
Much love.
Lunchbox, I will check that out. I will check that out. I'll look it up now. Love you, brother, and it was good
Peace
hearing
out.
from you,
Love.
Lunchbox.
Love you. Peace.